SHOT Show 2025, we are at the Smith & Wesson booth. We're looking at two particular guns that a lot of people have been asking me about. Undoubtedly, the number one most common question I'm getting asked is going to be about the Bodyguard 2.0. I already have one that's being delivered tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. Tell me more about it. What do you guys got?
Well, I mean, it's just for like date night, sticking in your pocket, like where you have to not carry a bag or anything like that. It's just nice, concealable, and it carries 12 plus 1, super light, 10 ounces. And I was surprised when I picked it up and shot it, how accurate, and especially with the recoil management. I was really surprised with the recoil management.
I think the biggest thing that you guys have done with this, which really blew me away, is that the undercut by the trigger guard is designed in a way where you're able to get so much higher of a purchase while still having such a short grip, where it's almost like mimicking a larger size gun. So even me with, usually I would have never imagined it to be able to fit my hand. You have that slightly extended magazine that gives you 12 rounds, full capacity, 380 ACP, a very capable round, even for that. What I've heard a lot of people describe this as is, this is the gun you carry when you're in an area that you're not supposed to be carrying. And this thing, it just disappears, and it's a fantastic option.
Wait, like you said, I think when I talk about the recoil management, which is always super important to me as a shooter, is the purchase real estate you're able to get on that grip, and you can see how much.
It's really fast, and also it came from the factory with really nice sights, meaning a lot of times you kind of get the neutral, like, replace them when you get it kind of thing.
Right.
But this has a really great option. It's a nice blacked out rear, bright front sight, and again, like, for the price of this gun, this size capacity, you have the magazine capacity, especially, by the way, if you're living in a restricted state, you're getting the max capacity you would be able to get out of a gun anyway in this platform, which means you're not losing anything from any other state that you go to, which means it's easier to ship to dealerships that you might be working at, because being able to purchase this doesn't really have the same restrictions.
Well, you know what, you talked about the way it comes with the sights and not have to replace them. When I came on with Smith & Wesson as ambassador, one of the things that the research and development guys were doing right away was they were looking at what were consumers doing when they bought a Smith & Wesson gun. What changes were they making to the gun modifications? Why are we giving our customers a product that they're consistently having to change parts out? And so they went back to the research and development and said, what can we do to make these products come out of the box as user ready? But what does the consumer want? And things like the precision trigger. Most of the Smith & Wesson firearms have the precision trigger. This one has a flat face trigger, but
which I really like, by the way. It works nicely.
I mean, so you're just getting the sights. They're looking at things that people were modifying, and they're putting them in the box.
What's cool also, which is interesting, is that if you did want to switch out the sights on this particular gun, I know Smith & Wesson now has a collaboration with XS Sights, so we were at their booth earlier checking out some of the exclusive Smith & Wesson options you're able to get for these guns as well, which are also fantastic. So there is a variety of, like, thinking that if for whatever reason you don't like it, there are aftermarket availability for this product already, which again, unlike a lot of other guns where suddenly you're waiting years for there to be other developments, from the factory we already get a lot of great options. And also separately, we now have the full steel Smith & Wesson MMP 2.0.
Yeah.
A favorite already for a lot of people, but now in a more high-end, so to speak, option.
Yeah, I mean, this is again, this is Smith & Wesson listening to the customer base. They wanted a full steel gun, a heavy gun, and something super durable, and they got it. And this thing is freaking smooth to shoot. It's so fast because of the weight of it. And
I was going to say, like, it's all the things that people already loved with the 2.0, the upgraded trigger comparison to the 1.0, which I had way back, which was like this is a whole different game up. Yeah. And then if you're going to be going kind of, you want to have something that would be for either home defense or even concealed carry, but that you could also theoretically use for competition, that additional weight makes a really big difference for the overall performance of the firearm.
Yeah, and it's already, like you said, it has a precision center trigger. It's already pre-cut for everything. I don't know if you've seen recently on the 2.0, the gas port on the back of the right in front of the slide cut.
Yeah.
I mean, right in front of the optics cut, the gas port kicking the gas away off the optic. So many things that they're doing, but I'm interested. I haven't actually shot this yet with my optics on it. I'm shooting Vortex as well. Yeah. And so I'm really excited to get my optic on it and shoot this thing.
I think these are great. And like what you mentioned, which I think is a big deal, is that Smith & Wesson seems to be a lot of times just listening to the customer base. What are they doing after they purchase the gun? And then making iterations in the future that would make it much more limited. So from the get-go, for the bare price that you're paying for the firearm, getting pretty much everything that you need to get, like, from where we start.
Right,
SHOT Show 2025 at the Smith & Wesson booth. Thank you guys very much, and stay tuned for the next video.